Well, over the last couple of weeks, we've been getting all kinds of news about the upcoming HBO Max movie, Batgirl. As many of you know, Leslie Grace is starring as Barbara Gordon, and we've gotten quite a few looks at her, both in and out of costume. But earlier today, we got our first look at J.K. Simmons returning as the one and only Commissioner Gordon. Let's take a couple minutes to break down the pictures and talk about what story they might actually tell. Now, before we dive into this though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, the big giveaway. We're giving away this PlayStation 5 because we crossed 25,000 subscribers. Stay tuned to the channel for an upcoming announcement. We've notified the winner and we should be making a posting very soon. Also, if you can, check out that free week of Skillshare down below. It's an excellent way for you to develop all of your superhero skills for that never-ending war on crime, all while not diving too deep into your pockets. Plus, it really does help the channel, so we really appreciate it. Well, like I was saying, we've been getting a lot of photos and videos from the set of Batgirl over in Glasgow, Scotland. We've seen quite a few looks for Leslie Grace both in and out of costume, as well as several of her co-stars, including Jacob Scipio and Brendan Fraser, who's playing the villain Firefly. Now, one of the most interesting castings for this movie was J.K. Simmons returning as Jim Gordan, and today we finally got our first look at the character. Now, when the Spider-Man No Way Home actor was first spotted on set, he was still wearing a mask, but he is in the classic hat and coat combination of his previous DCEU appearances. Check it out. Now, there wasn't too much to take away here, but by the end of the day, we got 4 more interesting pictures. Here they are, and notice he's not wearing the mask. Now, as you go through these pictures, the biggest thing I take away here is this is clearly a flashback scene. Jim Gordan is much younger here than portrayed in previous movies. Notice the red hair and red mustache. Also, the clothes seem a little dated, maybe from about 20 years ago. Notice how wide that tie is. Also, we've got a young Barbara Gordon, as well as his wife, Barbara Keene. So I do wonder where this scene places in the movie, but clearly we're going to get a little bit of an origin story for Batgirl and see some of Jim Gordan back in his heyday. Now, in case you didn't know, J.K. Simmons first took up the role in the Justice League before returning for the Snyder Cut. Many people thought this role would be recast, either by Jeffrey Wright, who's playing the Commissioner in the Batman, or by somebody else. But clearly, the Snyderverse is not being totally erased, and this big piece of that world will continue to live on with J.K. Simmons as the Commissioner. Now, as of right now, we don't know how big of a role the Gotham City PD Commissioner is going to play. But quite honestly, having J.K. Simmons on set and an actor of that talent really calls for him to be utilized, and I can't imagine them missing this opportunity to use this actor and develop more of the new Gotham world they're clearly building on this movie. Now, obviously, once we get some more details about Batgirl, or maybe even some more pictures of J.K. Simmons in character, we're going to bring it to you right away. But I have to know what you guys think. What do you think of these flashback-like shots of J.K. Simmons as Jim Gordan? And how do you feel about this piece of the Snyderverse hanging on for future movies? I have to say, casting was never a problem in those movies, and J.K. is an awesome selection. Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.